Good evening and welcome to all our viewers here on SpeedGaming 4. Welcome to another matchup in the bracket round of the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2024 Winter Tournament. Round 1 of the brackets, it is the deciding game, Game 3 between CaptainGreen7 and dk9146. Moonrise and Phoenix here bringing you this matchup, and joining me on the commentary booth tonight, it is Magpie Maiden. Good evening.
Good evening, my forks and dorks. How are you all tonight? Let's get ready for an incredible race. I'm super excited to see this because both their game 1 and game 2 were super close. So I have a feeling we're going to be in for something really exciting tonight.
We absolutely are. We absolutely are. My apologies. Two veteran runners here. One of them's moving on. The other one is going to see their tournament come to an end here tonight. So where are we starting tonight?
That is a good question. I'm going to be really mean and I'm going to stick us up in the northeast. So close.
Well, you say so close. Northeast, that's exactly where we're at. Recorder start.
Oh, and they're not getting much help at all if it's just a recorder start.
Well, not in that area, but we've got a secret to start it off, and oh,
that seems low. See, I don't know the rates on the secrets. That seems low.
25 to 40 for that medium secret, and that is very low. Ladder Mountain, and there is something that could throw a monkey wrench into everyone's plans. It's a red candle, white sword item.
That is troublesome. I wonder if that means we're gonna have a hard time finding the blue candle.
The question is, right now, how much do each of these runners put in the heart containers early to try and get that red candle before you find or purchase the blue one?
And we've got our first dungeon. It is 5.
5 in the Western Lost Hills. Captain Green going to look to pirouette one here.
I am not sure which 5 that could be. It probably could have been either first or second class.
Unfortunately, I did not. That looks. I'm gonna say first quest at first glance. We'll see.
I hope for the runner's sake it's the first quest, first half.
We'll see, and that right there kind of suggests that is going to be first quest. It can't be second, I believe, at this point. Oh, push block here for DK. Is the rule of 5 still alive? It absolutely is. The rule of 5, the first staircase you find will always be to transport. Credit also for that one. And so is the second, because the transport staircase will effectively give you one room.
Oh, interesting. So Captain Green just picked up his book.
Oh, book as our Armos item. And level 9 at the East Forest Armos.
Checking to see if he can bust open any of those walls, I assume.
Captain Green looking to put that recorder to good use, heading to 1Q2 to check on that recorder spot.
Let's see what he finds.
Oh, you got some money there. It's another 26 rupees.
Oh, an unfortunate death by DK, having a tough time with all those Darknuts.
Darknuts in the early game, never fun for any runner.
Probably the only thing worse is Wizrobes.
I'll agree with that one. Oh, blue candle there for Captain Green. He opts to get it, has the money for it, and I don't blame him for that play.
Just enough in a buck.
And why not? I mean, you get to start burning the forest and immediately find the magical sword.
Well, we know where it is.
Yeah, we can't pick it up for a long while, but at least we know where it is. And
that's an expensive bomb when your small secret's only 26.
Yep. Absolutely is. 33%, 33 rupees, rather 65% markup. And nothing in the eastern recorder spot. Captain
Probably
Green.
about to find his 9 as well.
Indeed, and there's
Oh.
there's the first heart container. What do we have as coast item though? The wand. Oh, that's a big one. Runners are gonna want that if they can get the ladder early.
Yeah, that'll be a big help.
Well, we could have found out if the if second quest was a thing, but those Stalfos are squishy. They'll go down at one hit tonight.
Oh my gosh, poor DK. Absolutely no getting up that long staircase.
No, but we do have our small secret on the southern coast, 16 rupees, and that is not bad at all. Look at
Captain
that.
deciding he doesn't feel lucky.
No, that's actually the hint shop.
Oh, right, they're all negative.
And 72 rupees for a trio? We have seen much, much worse than that. Wow. Can anybody say poverty seed?
Yeah, I think so. They're gonna have to get real lucky on the big secret.
That was the big secret.
Oh, you're right. 16 and yeah, no.
And a large secret can roll anywhere from 50 to 150. And tonight, oh goodness.
I sure hope they're not gonna have to buy too many bomb packs.
Especially when they're 33 rupees a shot.
Oh, what am I saying? We want them to have to buy a lot of bomb packs. We're here for a good time, not a quick time.
You mean not a long time, but yes, either way, it's going to be a, we're here for a while. And another take in for Captain Green. 5 hearts is a play for that red candle in the card soon.
Maybe. Certainly a relief with how tough the overworld has been.
Another piece of relief. DK finding his first bomb pack at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. Captain Green with another heart. That's a guaranteed red candle once he goes back to Letter Mountain.
Oh, and we've got a new dungeon, level 8.
And that spot right there hints that we might be looking at the cinnamon roll.
I was just thinking that. I wasn't quite sure if it was quite in the right spot to be the first quest. Let's see where our roads take us.
2Q4 and West Net Mountain. Not bad.
Covers a lot of ground.
And you've got one near start as well.
Take this. It's dangerous to go alone.
$16 when you're probably going to lose just as much, if not more, from the door repairs.
Can't even call it Uber for that.
Potion shop. DK's going to be right behind him.
A handshake and a strawberry milkshake. What do you think? Think our heroes are going to end up eating the bait tonight? How cruel are we looking at for a seed here?
Well, if it's a 2Q7, there's a possibility we'll need it.
That did look a little bit cinnamon rolly on 8.
Indeed it did. Western Vanilla Potion Shop. Arrow Shop for 67. Captain Green is going to say, yes, please.
It might be a poor seed, but that is almost never a poor purchase.
You've got your Armos item, you've got your white sword item, your coast item. Silvers aren't part of the equation. Yeah, get those wooden arrows as soon as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And there's DK. What's his decision is the same one. Wooden arrows purchased.
I don't remember. We saw Mags, but I don't remember where it was.
It was near the East Forest Armos, actually.
Right.
We've got something in the southwest recorder spot. It's just a potion shop. Meet the merchant in the forest. That is our magical sword hint.
Let's see what's under this Armos.
That Armos says
Get
door
off
repair.
my lawn.
That is 18 rupees and a trip back to start for DK after that sniper crew says, hey, you're going back. There are friendly rooms. Then there's some rooms like this for Captain Green.
He must be looking for a bomb pack? Yeah, there we go.
Nice bomb force by Captain Green.
It's rough when you're stuck doing the Dark Knights for your bombs.
Oh, look at this. Level
Oh.
1 found at the Eastern Lost Hills for dk9146. This is potentially big. Level 7 for Captain Green, meanwhile.
Let's see. This could still be first quest.
Oh, that right there, that screams second quest is part of the equation.
It does.
I think we're dealing with cinnamon rolls here.
Room full of danger noodles, dispatched with very little trouble for DK.
Unfortunately, it looks like we're key locked out of this one. So what? Are we gonna put chili powder in the cinnamon rolls tonight?
No.
Oh, map potential for DK here. Oh, and perhaps another key block and our first appearance from Uncle Wizzy here. Well, good news is the orange Teknetites didn't roll up.
Oh, what's Captain got here? Just a shop.
Shut, but DK's got this little orange thing that might be useful on a door.
Well, the question is, will he use it while he's already here in 5?
That's a good question. A
Or
gray
will he
potion
save it
shop.
for the lock in 1? Oh, hi, Dig Dogger!
Spiky always makes bad decisions, and this is one of them.
Well, you know, in Spiky's defense, they started with the food, so...
He was still in the way. That's the... DK wishes he had the ladder or the boomerang to pick that stuff up, but he can't get it.
At least he rules it out, you know, it being the floor item.
Indeed. DK probably wanted to use that key there anyway. Look out!
Oh, and Captain Green has been our first... No, I believe actually DK was down to a heart for a while earlier. Working those beep straps.
And this is not a fun room for DK at all.
I just glanced over. That was mean.
The problem with all this is that this is a good chance to beat the staircase room 40 item here.
Mm-hmm.
5 bombs and resetting the room to clear the orange whiz robes might make things a little easier.
Oh, good. He got a few more bombs there.
Recorder still showing as useless. Oh, DK needs to be careful. He's back on beep strats thanks to that blue wizard taking a shot at him. So down to 1 enemy. What's the master? It's the Tektite, and DK's never been happier in this seed. He's got the item here in 5.
And it is... a heart.
He'll take it. Not dying is good. Potion shot northeast of level 1, yes.
Captain doing a good job of finding all his neighbors, but not a lot of dungeons so far. And a ladder block. But our second item?
I think he might be able to reverse clip into the water here to pick up this heart container.
Yes.
Just like that. Well done, DK.
Showing us how it's done. Oh, here we go.
He's right back. Go ahead there.
Nice group of blue Octoroks for Captain, but no bomb. Let's see what one... Oh, hey! Easy potato chip in 1.
The potato chip, the Dorito, but unfortunately, you need another key.
Right.
I want to believe he meant to pick that up, but at the same time, somewhat frustrating to be double key locked here in 1. Captain Green, meanwhile, headed for level 8. DK with the screen scroll to 1Q5 finds another door repair for his troubles.
Port stair, let's see where it goes.
Indeed, with that, of course, it sends you literally 2 rooms away, and with that, I officially welcome you to 35 rooms of Stairways to Heck. DK finds level 3 by a lake, as the hint said.
Captain Green has had enough of 8, found the IHOP, and noped right out.
At the same time, you've got enough hearts on a red candle, and why not? More whiz robes in 3. And there's a red candle for Captain Green.
That will
Repeatable
help
offense.
out quite a bit. Hey, with the candle, it looks like we are going to take another try.
I mean, it's completely understandable that Captain Green would want the candle for moving on, but that is level 1, and it is Captain Green's turn to find out that they are key locked in level 1. What they don't know is they're double key locked.
Here's hoping they have the good fortune of walking in there with 2 keys next time.
Well, back in level 5 for Captain Green, taking a trip to the Hyrule Hospital, and then go back into level 5. And the boomerang found on the floor of 3. DK says, nope, inferior model, don't want it.
That is a lot of Wizrobes.
Staircase in 5, and Captain Green's about to have the unfortunate news. Hey, look, it's the second staircase in a row. It's the other half of the transport.
A lot of short. Every transport we've seen has been very short, which is only 2 so far, but
Choose an appropriate sample size.
if I had a nickel for every time I ran into a 1-room transport stair, I'd only have 2 nickels.
Yes, the old one-offs. DK not wanting to spend that key on that room. Only one room behind that key. Who can blame him?
Get Captain Green back here in a moment. Meanwhile, DK's doing some good work. Oh! Of course, the Triforce is all the way over on the west.
There's still some items here in 3 to pick up, though, and DK gonna look to teach Spiky another lesson.
That is definitely a first quest 3. So it looks like we're doing first and second.
Yep, first quest front, second quest back. Maybe the item's here.
No. A key, though.
You'll take those keys, absolutely. I mean, if the Tektites want to jump in the fire, that's their right.
I was just thinking, I was like Tektites to a flame, my goodness. It looks like Captain Green is taking his 1 key and heading back into 1 to get past that double key block ASAP. They've got a good feeling about 1.
Unfortunately, with only 1 key, Captain Green won't make any progress beyond that Triforce.
Taking their revenge out on the moblins. No staircase.
No staircase. Triforce acquired. Captain Green ties it up.
Now, if I remember correctly, DK did not have a chance to check that room for a staircase before they left.
That's correct.
But they do have the keys to go back now either way.
Indeed, but DK's going to opt instead to go look at that top left room. Had to spend the key to get in. He's hoping there's an item behind it.
And Captain Green is just buying the key.
I don't blame him at all for that.
I'm super excited to see what's behind that door in 1, so I appreciate the move.
I absolutely do as well. Unfortunately, there could be another key behind it. What have we got here in 3? Another heart container as their staircase item.
This reminds me very much of a bit of a quote I heard in another race recently where it took a bit of time for things to spool up. I believe it was 36 minutes or so in, and there was only 1 Dorito on the board. And then very quickly after that, the race just blew open, and that was the lesson of the day. You know, the seed is slow until it is not.
That is true, and a race earlier today had the same problems. Slow start, and then all of a sudden, racers start picking up Triforces, just like DK does there to take the 2-1 lead.
Captain Green, finding the ladder block in 5, does manage to kill the Wizrobes to let himself out without having to up A.
One key in hand. What is DK considering here?
Couple options. 5 had a couple of locked doors, and then of course there's 1. Red candle.
First, however, that red candle going to come in handy. I think DK's trying to go to level 1, but yep, level 1's the play.
Meanwhile, Captain Green is clearing 5 like a pro.
Nice knockout for Wizrobe, and another heart container to make 8. Captain Green getting close to magical sword possibilities here.
And I believe he's the runner who found it, is he not?
He is. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
That's not a key door, but those land moles won't make things easy. Unless, of course, you get into the safety pixel like DK does right here.
He makes it look easy. Oh, I missed the hint on greens. Anyone catch it?
Manhandler threatens by the lake. DK found 3 earlier. And as much as I want to believe Captain Green is just taking out his frustration on the old man, he's building up a bomb count. Magical boomerang on the floor in 1.
Now, this being first quest 1, it's going to have 3 items.
That's correct. 2 on the floor, 1 in the staircase. And there is the staircase item. Heart container once again. We are making very quick tallies for those heart containers here tonight.
I guess we'll say the seed is showing us a lot of love in its own way.
Now here's the catch. Should Captain Green find that heart container, and I have no doubt he will, that's 10 hearts. That's magical sword eligibility within half an hour.
That is a lot of hearts to get that early. But will he check it? I suppose he does still have to swing back by up in that area once he gets the bracelet, so he'll definitely check it then.
I mean, you're what? 3 rooms away from it right now? Why not?
Right. I mean, that could be killer luck right there.
It could be a turning point right here in the seed. I mean, 4 times sword damage? Yes, please.
Creeps at the grave. So it looks like we're gonna find level 6. Oh, we got an any key on DK's side.
DK no longer cares about keys. That any key on the floor is a huge one.
Man, after having to deal with... Oh, and Captain Green opted to pick up his blue croissant? I know the bracelet's technically the...
At least he's making some people happy with that blue boomerang pickup. DK checking out Seaside. Captain Green sees that.
Goodness.
Oh, he tried to gamble. Lost 2 rupees. Really not much, but that might hurt a little more.
Trip back to start for DK. And another Valentine for Captain Green.
All he's looking for now is that any key. Not that he knows it's here.
So where is DK heading right now?
I think Monocle Rock might have been an idea. Let's see. Nope, Monocle Rock has nothing.
Green getting his any key.
Indeed, and that will complete his exploration of 1.
And done.
Out of here, DK about to find the magical sword. He can't get it. Captain Green wants to check out 1Q5 first. Who can blame him? Unfortunately, it's a door repair.
Something I've been meaning to look into, a little bit of video game history. Maybe someone in chat knows this one. Secrets behind waterfalls. Oh, let's take a moment for level 3. Looks like Captain Green. He's going to see if he can get a wall to open up here.
No problem there. He's also in 3. We'll find the inferior model boomerang in here.
So secrets behind waterfalls. Legend of Zelda is definitely a very early release that had one. Do we know if the trope was done in an earlier NES game?
I couldn't tell you, honestly.
Boomerang making handy work of the gels. And very charitably.
Oh, big hit here for DK. The bow is in 6.
Which is the level that traditionally has Goma and therefore is in the graveyard, I believe we saw a hint for.
That's right. There's the Triforce for Captain Green with only one art left. Good pickup. He'll tie it up, 2 Triforces apiece.
Now,
I like this.
The boomerang was the only item we saw in 3 just now?
I believe so. Step over the water to get the recorder. Thank you, game. We kind of know that. And raft not required. Decent hints. We'll take them.
Okay, checking some candle spots. Ooh. That was a tough spot to be in.
It was, and unfortunately that line will send DK right back to start. And that wasn't the greatest place for an overworld debt either.
Getting his steps in today. Fitbit's very proud of him. Oh, we've got a staircase in 3.
That is the item.
Just a lot more love to give.
You've got a 40% chance at magical sword at this point if you're Captain Green. I'd be surprised if he passes it up for much longer.
It could be a huge help.
And he's making that check. 40% chance. 11 heart mags? Yes! That is not insignificant for Captain Green.
That's gotta feel good. You know, you get the red candle, you get the blue boomerang. As mean as the combat has been so far, you gotta start feeling a little bit of relief now.
Absolutely. Captain Green, if the combat's been mean, he got the chance to get mean.
Mean and green?
Sure. We'll go with that. But that has shifted the balance of this seed right over. Captain Green with the huge combat advantage right now, and every minute he spends with that magical sword that DK does not, time might be ticking a little bit.
It's definitely going to help him dive a lot faster. And we saw the 8. 8 had a really tricky room with like a dozen stack of pancakes. And he's going to be able to make quick work of that now.
Goodness. Oh, but unfortunately the one thing the magical sword doesn't help with is defense. Those Lionels still hit like trucks.
Looks like DK is heading into the graveyard.
Oh, could we be power bracelet blocked?
Where could that bracelet be?
Could be under that power bracelet spot. That is considered the grave. So maybe that digging 8 required a little earlier than our runners would like.
So this will open up some possibilities here.
Indeed.
We're gonna go to the other spiral.
Yep, the cinnamon roll junior, as I like to refer to it as.
I very much like the cinnamon roll analogies more than my initial impression, which was a snail and its shell. 7 being a snail.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. I'd much rather have the imagery in my head of cinnamon rolls rather than snails.
Which you should never barbecue, by the way. I have this on good authority.
Do I even want to ask?
I was watching a race the other week, and their start screen message was, "Don't barbecue snails."
All right.
And that transport stair took him right to a party.
Yeah, a party with and DK doesn't have any bombs. Might cause a few problems.
Unfortunately, brought a red candle to a bomb fight.
Meanwhile, Captain Green finds the other hint shop. Unfortunately, that might spell the end of DK's dig here in 7, or at the very least, the immediate dig.
Yeah, lots of short digs. When you discover a dungeon, they've had to leave pretty quick.
Captain Green, meanwhile, has found 4 in a very quick Triforce.
That is one cheap and easy Dorito right there.
He doesn't want it yet. There are some items required. But I believe... Yep, that's a pickup.
He'll be back.
Oh, hi, Patra. Why'd you have to show up suddenly?
Now, here's a really good place where that mags would come in nice and handy.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, hi, Gleog.
How are you doing? 3 heads. Could be worse.
Captain Green could have taken that thing out without much of a problem, I think, but opts to skip the combat for now.
And ladder.
Does he go back to try that Gleog? Oh, he's out of there. DK, unfortunately, Patrick gets the best of him for now.
Captain Green doing what he can as quick as he can, not going too long or deep on any particular dive.
2 is still outstanding. I can understand the play.
With as many hearts as they've found, items have got to be just around the corner, so I can definitely understand wanting to go for a quantity of checks over going deep.
The only... Oh. Chat letting us know that the Gliok was in a dark room and thus couldn't have had any more than a key or a bomb pack.
Ah.
Captain Green finds 2. I have to believe that was on Westett Mountain.
I didn't have a chance to see him walk in, unfortunately. Now, I'm not trying. Hey, that'll be handy. With that and mags.
Oh, goodness. Captain Green ready to just ready to fight now.
Opting not to pick up the compass. I suppose when you're planning to dive the level pretty extensively anyway.
Yeah, every second counts at this point. There's the map, but Captain Green knows this is 1Q2.
Exactly. The dark room.
Oh, at least you can get that bomb pack.
DK tangoing with a bunch of dark nuts, looking for some more cheap bombs.
Kinda needing a pack right now. Doesn't get it.
Oh, here's some blue Octoroks.
This is a fun room for Captain Green.
Oh my goodness. Well, at least he has the boomerang. You know, blue Octoroks hold a very special place in my heart. I went through a huge sprite art phase when I was younger. Perler beads, cross stitch, hand stitch beading. Basically any way I could make pixels I would, and the blue Octorok was probably my single favorite motif to do. Wizrobe's not even one. Screw those guys.
No. Wizrobes are just delete on site.
Oh, we are skipping him again. Hey! Captain's got to feel really good about that one.
Oh, no doubt about it. That ladder, huge. 4 isn't far. And I have to believe Captain Green's going right to 4 ASAP. If he finds the power bracelet, he may be in go mode.
All depend on where we've decided to stash those silvers.
That's another good point. They could be where DK is right now, for all we know.
DK taking a very long and careful fight here. I would love to see it pay off for him. Ooh, that's a lot of moblins. Good screen skip there. That is exactly what I would do.
Captain Green heading for 8?
Chat asks, did they hit FS yet?
I'll assume FS means full send, and in this case, go mode. Not quite yet.
Oh, thank goodness. I didn't know what it meant. I was waiting for you to fill in the blanks for me.
I'm not. Oh, forgotten spot. I believe DK saw it. As you can see, I wasn't sure either.
I'm not digging the color scheme for 8.
No, it's bright. It's hard on the eyes a little bit. Ah. They can't. The Ganon tries.
Nice clip there from Green. Brings
Power
us
bracelet in the N8. This is huge for CG7.
Meanwhile, poor DK, another tough room. Vertical column locking him off from the other half of the crowd.
And we know the raft isn't required. Captain Green may just be finding 6 and the bow away from full Gomo. There is the Triforce out of the transport. Captain Green 5-2 in Triforces and looking good so far.
Now, which one of our runners was it that discovered the raft wasn't needed? Wasn't it DK?
It was DK.
So Captain's not sure yet.
Chat has a point. We are still missing items in 8. Silvers could be in there. But in a race for your tournament life, you're 46 minutes in, you aren't going to dig a 2Q8. Not immediately, at least.
You have to wonder if Captain Green wonders if, DK found some of these key items earlier.
It's always in the back of your mind, that's for sure.
It seems like they all came all at once together, and then you have this fear, right? Am I only just finally catching up? Or are you the one who got the lucky break?
This was a room, last I checked, DK... Uh-oh. Well, we've got the keys. Take 3 of my infinite keys and don't call me back.
Now, I wonder if he's 1 or 2 hearts away from that.
That we don't know. Another staircase for DK, another staircase for Captain Green. Captain Green's gonna take it.
Well, so far the strat of casting a wide net has been working well for him.
Fortunately, that transport for CG7 is a one-way.
Also paying 3 infinite keys to get by.
You can't blame him for that.
Oh!
Goma block 4 item, perhaps?
Oh, wouldn't that be... Well, it's not the bow.
That we know.
But DK could be sweating. He doesn't know where that ladder is. He doesn't know where that bracelet is.
And who knows? Goma's not blocking the bow. He could be blocking silvers.
That's true.
And I'll tell you one thing Goma is blocking. The Triforce.
Ooh. So we can't come back to 7 without the bow.
Question
I think
in
if
chat.
you're captain at this point, you're praying it's not an 8.
Indeed. Question in chat. Are there unknowns in 8 or were they hearts? There are 2 items unknown. Yes.
Are there any hearts left at this point? I feel like we've seen quite a few. I mean, I know there's some left, but you wouldn't know it based on the vibes. Oh, no luck, Cap.
This is a one-off. Captain Green says, yeah, I've had enough of this.
Meanwhile, DK cooking up some pancakes, hoping for a 4 item. Forest there. About to be a bit disappointed.
Another transport. Where is Captain Green headed? Any roads. Oh, is he about to check? Oh my goodness. If he checks the southern coast and finds a hint shop, he's going to get the hint that the bow's in 6.
He needs that hint. That would really save him a lot of time.
And welcome to the Raiders from Z1 Randomizer. Welcome to this matchup of the Zelda 1 Randomizer 2024 Winter Tournament. Game 3 between CaptainGreen7 and dk9146. Moonrisen Phoenix and Magpie Maiden right here on the call for you all as we hit the midpoint of the matchup.
It'll be really interesting. So once Captain Green gets that hint and he starts pushing around graves, he'll find his 6. What else are we still missing at that point? 9? And that's it, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we've seen 9.
Oh, I think you're right. No? I'm not sure.
And Magic Key in 1, old news game. So, Captain Green, Raft is an 8. Fantastic. Fantastic news that we may not have to dig 8 again.
That still leaves one other item in 8, though, does it not?
That does, but at the same time, it's one less item you need to worry about.
Could the seed be so mean as to put the bow in 9?
The bow's in 6.
Oh, right. Sorry.
That we know.
Silvers. I meant silvers.
And goodness.
No luck from the ISPs tonight, as much as we're getting from the seeds.
Indeed.
Yes, 9 was East Green Armos. That's right.
And there it is, level 6 under the power bracelet spot at the grave. Captain Green finds it first.
Now this will be a first quest 6, which I believe the wiki calls it the dragon, but I think it's a very, very sad little dragon. I call it a lizard, which is looks like a little chameleon just on the branch, you know?
And Captain Green knows to dig this 6 for all it's worth.
He is not leaving without a bow.
Oh, absolutely not.
And honestly, this level will be so much easier to dig than 8. I would make sure to see all of the items, just to make sure your silvers aren't here. Because if you can avoid returning to 8, that would be worth all the time.
Absolutely right there.
Well,
Triforce found. It's fairly easy to get. Gleok, sir, get out of the way, says Captain Green. I want whatever you've got.
and it's a key. Very, very unfortunately useless key.
Indeed. And semi less unfortunate, completely useless bait block.
Okay, gonna clip through this 4-way push block here. See what he finds. A whole lot of pancakes. All this money is gonna feel really good once he picks up his bow.
Absolutely, but needs to find it. sooner rather than later.
Meanwhile, DK is just about finished burning down the local IHOP. Does he get anything for it? No. Except a visit from Goma.
Another one that might be blocking an item in 8.
Can you think of anything meaner than a Goma in 8 holding the silvers?
No, not in a 2Q8 at least. There's the map for level 6 in case people are unfamiliar. There's the raft in 8 for DK. He says, nope, not what I'm looking for.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Key there for Captain Green. His search continues. This shows promise right here.
This is a good room for finding items. And I believe we've already found the transport spare.
We've got something here. It is the Bowen 6.
Let the games begin.
And CG7 immediately says, let me up and let me go get that Triforce. I am out of this place.
Did we see the second item, though?
I have to believe we may have.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't think we have, but unfortunately we haven't been able to see a significant part of this due to the technical difficulties.
I know he didn't go down to the tip of the tail.
I think you're right.
So we're gonna have to pray. That could be one of those little unfortunate twists of luck that give DK the time he needs if the silvers are down the tail.
Well, maybe. Well, we are missing an item at 8 still. They could be here.
That's true, but we've run into 2 Gomas in 8 now, I believe. Someone in chat asking, is the flute vanilla in these flags?
In fact, the recorder is one of the 3 items you can start with the in this flag set. Where it takes you, however, yes, it will take you to beaten dungeons.
And in fact, I believe that was our starting item this seed.
I believe you're right there, because we haven't found it in the dungeons yet.
DK doing his. He doesn't want to have to come back to this 8, but he's starting to feel like he might need to, I'm sure.
DK wants to clean up all the items here.
Keeping detailed track, but I think at this point we've seen just about everything from 8 we can, and it's probably on one of the Gomas. Captain is making his way through 7. Oh no!
Oh, that could cause a few problems. DK's found the power bracelet in 8.
Oh good, he must be so happy to see that, but at the same time, when you find your power bracelet at 58 minutes, you are sweating.
And especially as you know, DK must win here or his tournament road is done.
We have the Goma in 7.
Now the question is, will Captain Green keep digging 7 after digging this Triforce? He's got it. There are still 4 rooms left in this 7. There is a floor item here at last check. If it's the silvers, CG7 will be in go mode.
We saw the stair item in 7.
We did.
It was a heart, right?
I believe you're right. Or,
I mean, at this point, I could probably just say any stair item we found was a heart.
Yeah, I think so, and I might just be having seed bleed at this point, unfortunately. Deceptive commentary is a thing, folks.
And DK has settled with Dorito number 8. Having done what he can do.
Transport at the final room of 7.
Now he's ready to start getting into these power bracelet spots.
Captain Reed says, I'm probably done with this 7. Let me get Triforce 7. And let me get one step closer to 9. Or let me finish this dig. Okay.
He's going to finish the dig. He doesn't want to have to come back if the silvers end up being here.
Good plan. Good plan. I mean, with your tournament life at stake, you're an hour into the seed. I agree with this.
I mean, at this point, you're wondering, oh, wow, he made that look easy.
And there's the floor item, the heart container. Captain Green says, I've got mags. I don't care. And he's got a point. Magical sword, red ring. What's another heart container at this point?
So did he not see the stair then? Because otherwise he would be set to leave.
I don't think we have. Oh. That's fantastic.
Yeah, you know, at this point, you have to feel like either you've missed it, right? Either it's back in 8, or it's here. And that makes you so much more reluctant to leave the dungeons you're in without doing everything.
Captain Green, using the recorder to go back to 1. 5 is right next door. It's his final Triforce.
Whiz robes are no problem anymore.
Hit him once with the sword and keep running.
He definitely knows exactly where he's going.
Seen all these rooms already. This was the ladder block that prevented our runners from going any further.
DK has finally made his way over to 6, so he should be getting his bow soon. And Captain's leaving 5.
I have to assume he's got the Triforce right now.
I don't think he would leave without either. Yeah, why would he leave without it? He's got to have it.
He doesn't have the silvers either, so he must be banking on the fact that silvers may be in 9, and that's exactly where he's headed.
There aren't a lot of places left. Like you mentioned, I think there's 1 in 8.
1 in 7 and 2 in 9.
So he's got good odds that they're in here. And oh, it's that lovely, ugly, pucey green I'm so fond of. Do you remember where the bow was in 6?
The bow was the staircase item. I don't exactly remember where it was, but it was. I think it was beyond the Triforce.
If
That's
I remember correctly, it was near the butt of the lizard. It was over on the west side because Captain grabbed it and dipped without going south into the tip of the tail. And there was an item in here we hadn't seen, and that's where I was saying that would be our big good luck turning point for DK. If DK chooses to deep dip 6 and keep going after the bow and finds the silvers, that would be his game-changing moment.
we might have Captain Green's stream back momentarily.
You know, we haven't seen any red bubbles.
No, and I'm sure Captain Green would rather keep it that way.
Did we? No, I don't think we found the potion script.
No, no potion letter. And chat letting us know that Zelda has been located by a Captain Green.
Oh.
Again. And wait, is that her right there?
Ah!
Oh, goodness.
So she's right by the right eye.
Indeed.
Oh, I hear the roar!
We've got the call of bacon, but CG7 still missing one piece of the puzzle, and that's the silvers.
Meanwhile, DK just found his bow. Let's see what he decides to do.
Captain Green's got 2 out of 3 pieces of the puzzle. If he finds the silvers, time has been ticking on DK for some time. Time may hit 0 if CG7 hits the silvers.
And DK has made the decision to leave 6 and start grabbing Doritos. I'm sure at 106 at that point you're just gonna try to go for speed and pray.
Yeah, at this point, if I'm in DK's shoes, I think exactly that. You hope you've made the right moves, and you throw everything, hoping to get back into it.
This would be my downfall. I would be the type of person that the later the sea gets, the more likely I would be to not leave 6 without both items and just hope that making the uncommon move is just the lucky twist that gives me back all that time,
Gliot lurks with the recorder. That was a hint we hadn't seen earlier. Recorder was in 4.
The beast awaits in the northeast. Now this, of course, we heard. I believe he was in the room just northeast of the right eye when we heard the roar.
So Zelda wasn't. Well, you were saying about red bubbles earlier.
Oh, ooh.
That's There's a key. Goodness, there's a ton of red bubbles here.
Sorry about that, Captain. Did not mean to commentate or curse you. Oh, he still has a sword though.
Must have candle boosted and I didn't see it. It's entirely possible.
Yep, that must have been it. DK finding his Triforce in 4, but continuing to look for items. Doesn't know one of them is the flute.
Candle boost off the ladder. Goodness. DK is starting to pick up some speed. Up to 5 Triforces now. Pick up in 4.
See, Swag and Chat have caught my vibe. They agree. Take the extra time later on. Hope on some good luck.
This could be a staircase for Captain Green.
This is it.
Nope.
Can't say personally I'm disappointed because I love the close race.
The call of bacon again for Captain Green.
So he's got to be the room east of there.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, here's the
What's
stair.
this? Transport.
So much of 9 checks and still no silvers.
Still no items as far as I'm aware. Maybe this changes. What do we got? It is an item. It is a heart container in 9.
You gotta be sweating if you're Captain Green.
Oh, goodness. Are you ever? You gambled that the silvers were here. You found one of the items. It's not what you want. You are praying at this point that that other item is the silver arrow. Because if not, Captain Green knows he may be in trouble.
Well, the good news is DK hasn't decided to deep dive much that Captain hasn't. So if they're not in 9, it only puts him back on equal footing with his opponent, and it's still anybody's race. Not that he'll know that.
Exactly. I was about to get to that exact point there, Magpie.
What do you think? Do you think I'll get my my late March Christmas wish? Do you think it'll be down in the Tale of 6?
It could. We don't know.
Let's see, where's DK going here?
Maybe level 5?
Doing a couple more push checks. Doing his mags check. Finally getting it. Now, that is 10 hearts, is it not?
It is 10 hearts, and goodness, that DK he's had 10 hearts for some time.
Yeah, he must be cursing himself. He must feel like with a 10 heart mags, you know, he's the last to get it. A shame that he took the death there, but if I can make a pun on my name, Mags is a girl worth dying for, let me tell you.
And oh no!
Oh no!
It's a double heart 9! Are you... No!
Oh no! I think I just heard the F-bomb echoing through the atmosphere from here.
Maybe, but where is Captain Green heading now? That... Oh, goodness.
Put in your bets, chat. Which dungeon do you think we're going to find silvers in?
He knows one of the items here is the recorder. He's purchased all the hints. So let's see. 1 item left in 4, 1 in 6, 1 in 7, and 1 in 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, 4, 6, 7, and 8. I personally have been cheering for 6 this whole time. Which dungeon do you think would be the better? I mean, obviously 4 for green, because the first is red big.
Oh! Take my 3 keys, bro. Bye.
Cheap date. Like DK is deciding to pick up a potion.
Looks like it's the case, and I can understand it. I mean, you've got mags. What's another heart container for you at this point?
And we saw, you know, those bubble rooms in 9. That could end up coming in quite clutch for him. Oh, that's a lot of boblins.
A lot of boblins and a lot of lag.
Has DK seen all of the dungeons? They're doing a lot of overworld checks right now.
Item for Captain Green. There's the recorder. We haven't seen the floor item.
That moment of anticipation when you see it's an item and then it's just...
Yep. Goodness, how many times have runners had that exact moment? You know you found the item. You're hoping it's what you're looking for, but then it's, what you've already got, or just what you're not looking for, or what have you.
I'm trying to remember which of the dungeons had the gomas we hadn't killed. Was it 8 and... Oh no, it's a heart in 4.
Answer's not in 4, it's 6, 7, or 8. Where to next, Captain?
So mean if it's one of the gomas in 8.
That's 4 plays. I believe that's 7. It is. 7's the next play, and I have to believe. Well, he didn't find everything in the keypad.
Right, now what blocked this in 7? I can't remember.
It was blocked by a stair that he wasn't going to go back to. I remember a mention of that being in chat a while back.
Meanwhile, DK has decided to go into 2. Now, does he sees his Triforce, but of course keeps digging.
A question in chat, 2Q back half. Indeed, we're dealing with cinnamon rolls.
DK getting his red ring.
Probably wishes he could have had that 45 minutes ago.
Oh, wait till he finds his ladder.
Yeah, that's when we're thankful we don't have hot mics here in Speed Gaming. Or at the very least, we try not to have them.
Couple of Twizzlers getting ignored by CaptainGreen7.
Twizzlers. Interesting.
I'm a very food-motivated person.
I can understand that. Oh, goodness.
Well, you know, with Mags and Red Ring, it could be worse. Here we go. Ah.
Was this the transport that the guy, Captain Green, in the keypad? Yes, it is. How much progress can you make in there? Map that...
Oh, decides to grab it.
I mean, you might be getting lost in the keypad a little bit, so you want to make sure you know where you are at all times. I can't say I blame him. 2Q7 is a little bit of a
pain in the trousers.
Well said. Oh, here's another staircase for Captain Green. Item found. Silver's located.
No lizard tail for me.
Silver's in 7 for Captain Green. DK, time is ticking now. Captain Green with all 3 pieces of the puzzle.
He must be running, though. He must be killing himself for not finishing that 7 before.
I mean, let's be fair. 2Q7 is not a fun dungeon at any time.
This is true. This is true. Now, he already knows where to get the bacon.
And he's seen the princess. Time is ticking, and time's starting to run out on dk9146. Triforce in 2. That's 6 on the board. But Captain Green is drawing closer to Ganon.
It does look like Captain Green might be our hero bringing home the bacon tonight.
Perhaps, if the race ain't over before it's over. Oh, goodness. Is there a door to the south? Yes, there is. CaptainGreen7 has found Ganon.
Oh, it's always this room when you're in a rush.
It often is, yes. And just before 1 hour and 20 minutes, CaptainGreen7 has found Ganon, taking him down, looking to win the series 2-1 and advance to round 2.
DK has found his ladder, by the way. We forgot to mention. Zelda's what? I believe only 3 or 4 rooms away.
I don't know, but she can't be too far now.
Oh. No shortcut north for Captain.
Pushes the turnstile. Door to the west, and it opens up immediately.
Pop, pop, pop. There she is.
Indeed, and get your GGs out, everybody, for your race winner and series winner, CaptainGreen7, with an official race time.gg time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 39 seconds. CaptainGreen7 has won the series 2-1 and advances to round number 2.
Let's see if we can get our runners in here.
And in the meantime, dk9146 has thrown the white flag. That is a forfeit. Get your GGs out for dk9146 as well. Strong performance tonight. CaptainGreen7 is your winner, however.
Links to our runners in chat. Make sure to go give them a follow. I'm sure they would appreciate it. And you might get to see a couple of really great practice runs. These are amazing runners to watch. Thank you so much for putting on this show for us, guys. Admit, no expectations going into this. Their first 2 races were both so incredibly close, and they're both such amazing runners that it was a very wait and see. I personally, though, I think... welcome!
Welcome in, as we're joined now by our race winner and series winner, CaptainGreen7. Congratulations and GGs. You're moving on to round 2.
Thank you. Yeah.
Goodness, how about that seat? That silver's placement.
Yeah, that was pretty silly. I'm pretty sure that staircase in the southwest was the only possible way to get in there.
This was definitely a seed where we imagined you and DK must have done a lot of sweating. A lot of the seed came late, the back half, and it must have been nerve-wracking, to say the least, when Silver's
sure.
pan out in 9 for you.
Yeah, I mean, DK has been playing great, so once it gets to be an hour 10, an hour 20, I'm just watching the race room, waiting for the done over there, too. It's just, where's that last location for the silvers? Whoever finds it first, gonna win it.
Yeah, we were wondering if it was going to be somewhere especially mean, like if it was going to be in one of the Gomas or back in the Tale of 6. But luckily you only had to dive the 2 extra dungeons for it, so that worked out really well. Great call, by the way, picking up Mags early when you did. That was super fortunate. I'm quite jealous. I feel like I never have such a good opportunity to get Mags.
Yeah, that's one of the earliest magical swords I've ever had, I think, in the seed.
If the seed had nothing else nice to say to you about it, at least it could do that much for you. It certainly had plenty of heart containers to give early on.
Yeah, I had the game plan in mind, which was to find the lower level dungeons first, and then they just never existed, so I managed to pick up all 4 overworld parts, I think, before I finally started diving dungeons again.
But at least with first quest front half and second quest back half, it wasn't too much of an arduous a slog through the top dungeons first.
Yeah. Once I got keys going, I was okay.
Oh yes, now that key block in 1. How were you feeling about that?
That was unfortunate. And then I went into 5 and very promptly forgot I had a recorder. So I didn't mean to go back to 1 that early, except that was a mistake. Otherwise, I would appear to dig dug and kept going. But yeah, I had to bounce between those levels a couple times before I finally got started.
I believe both of you had the bad luck of going into 5, finding the key block, coming back with a single key, and discovering the double key lock. Because, of course. But luckily, I do not believe it was too late that you found your any key.
Yeah, it was pretty quick after that, which was nice.
That was definitely a very handy. Even though 9 didn't end up having too many locked doors we need to plow through, that was definitely a big help.
Yeah, for sure.
So, if you had to rate the seed, 1 out of 5 cookies, how many cookies would you give the seed?
I think it gets a 2.
2 cookies.
2 out of 5, still not too bad.
Yeah, it's -3 for the Silver's location.
Oops, go ahead there, Magpie.
Oh, yeah, that was mean. That was mean.
So next up, round 2, you've got the winner of Druids versus Salsoa. How are you feeling about that potential matchup?
Yeah, that's going to be another tough one, no matter who wins that one. Looking forward to it either way, though.
It's going to be a great match either way. Congratulations on moving on. And GG's again. I know I saw them there in Discord. dk9146. Heck of a tournament. Heck of a performance here tonight. Unfortunately, their tournament road ends here. But so good to see him run in this tournament, and hoping we'll see him again sooner rather than later.
Yeah, GG's him for sure. It was, like I said, a really tough matchup in all 3 games. And, definitely could have gone either way this game for sure.
Incredible run, you guys. Great match to watch. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and thank you for the restream and comms and tracking. Appreciate all of it, of course.
Absolutely, CaptainGreen7. Thank you again for a fantastic race, and best of luck in the next round.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. All right, before we let you go here tonight, again, have to thank Special K for volunteering to do the tracking work tonight. Trackers are the MVPs of the scene, because without them, we have no idea what we're talking about. As well, whoops, go ahead there, Magpie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Way less do I know what I'm talking about even than normally. So thank you so much for that tracking.
Absolutely, and of course, I have to thank Magpie Maiden for volunteering for the commentary tonight. Wouldn't be able to do this without you, so thank you for volunteering.
Oh, and thank you, because you were absolutely amazing. Definitely one of the best commentators I enjoy listening to on races, and it has been a pleasure.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. But also, I have to thank SpeedGaming for allowing us to restream the tournament matches on their channels. And special thanks to the viewers for just sticking around, because I know it's late on the East Coast. But on the flip side,
if you're still looking for more action, we do still have a race going over on SpeedGaming 2.
That is correct. The last match of the night has Sis Crusher versus Tabby Orange in Game 2 of their series. And if you're looking for more, well, there is a matinee match tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. My apologies, Eastern Time, as Spudosaurus takes on Adirondack Rake in Game 2 of their series. Many more matchups tomorrow and on the weekend as we push onward in the championship bracket. Magpie Maiden, once again, thank you for everything. I will let you with the sign off.
And that is it for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. It has been wonderful. May your Doritos come to you easily and your silvers not be buried back in 7. Have a great evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.